Buenos días, clase. Hoy vamos a visitar al Salto de Ángel que se encuentra en Venezuela. Son los saltos, waterfalls, más altos del mundo, 3,200 pies. Son muy largas, ¿no? Y son muy bien visitados, pero muy aislados, por eso es muy difícil llegar a este lugar. Pero vamos a ver un video en el travelchannel.com que nos va a explicar un poquito más.
Just north of South America's Amazon basin is the wild heartland of Venezuela, home to the Angel Falls, the world's tallest waterfall. This magnificent torrent of water cascades over 3,000 feet from one of the last unexplored places on Earth. A real-life lost world. Angel Falls is in the secluded Canaima National Park, a protected area the size of Maryland. It's surrounded by spectacular...
And you guys know the drill. For copyright reasons, I cannot show the whole video, but I'm going to leave a link in the comments below. So please watch, and do watch the whole video because you never know where it might pop up. Muy bien, pues si visitamos el Salto de Ángel, ¿qué pasa después? Vamos a estar mojados, ¿no? Vamos a estar muy mojados, como se ve aquí. Estos son las cataratas de Niagara. If you've ever been to Niagara Falls, you can go on what's called the Maid of the Mist, when she's wearing a t-shirt that says Maid of the Mist, where you literally, you don't go underneath the fall, but you go pretty close and you get really wet from the mist, right? Pero estar mojado puede ser muy peligroso. Y cuando volvemos, tal vez estamos enfermos. Tenemos que describir los síntomas que tenemos. Por ejemplo, estornudar. These are in the back of your chapter, so you might want to look back there as we go through them. Slide 4, estornudar. Estornudar. 5. La gripe. La gripe. 6. Estar resfriado. I didn't hear you guys roll your R's there. Estar resfriado. Muy bien. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but that's my dog drinking water, Sancho. So just ignore that. I'm not, lapping up water from a bowl. It's not me, it's him, I swear. Estar resfriado. También esto puede ser estar resfriada as well. Estar resfriada. 7. Las alergias. Las alergias. 8. Dolor de cabeza. Dolor de cabeza. Y esto puede ser dolor de cabeza, dolor de pierna, dolor de rodilla, which will happen as you get older and older, trust me. Dolor de lo que sea. 9. Toser o el tos. Toser, to cough, el tos, a cough. Tengo el tos. I have a cough. Y tal vez tienes que tomar jarabe para resolverlo. Jarabe. A syrup, no? A cough syrup. Estar mareado o estar mareada. Estar mareado. 11. Fracturarse el brazo o lo que sea, ¿no? Esto es un verbo, fracturarse es un verbo reflexivo. Por ejemplo, se puede decir me fracturé el pie o lo que sea, ¿no? Me fracturé el pie. We have to do something with the reflexive pronoun, remember? We can't let that go just because we're no longer in chapter 6. We're going to come up with reflexive verbs all over the place. Fracturarse, el brazo, el pie, la pierna, lo que sea. 12. Estar enfermo o estar enferma. O estar sano, estar sana. Tener dolor de, y aquí es la cabeza, pero esto puede ser otra vez cualquier cosa. Yo tengo dolor de la rodilla, por ejemplo. O se puede decir también me duele la, and this isn't a reflexive verb, this is dolerle. Me duele la rodilla. Me duelen los pies, etc., right? Dolerle works like gustar, right? So there's only two forms. It's duele and duelen. 14. Tener náuseas o vómitos. Tener náuseas o vómitos o vomitar. Vomitar también se puede decir. Otras palabras útiles en slide 15 son una receta, las pastillas. Pastillas significa generalmente pills, right? So cualquier tipo de pastilla es pastilla. También tenemos aspirina. Sorry, I'm checking to make sure this is still recording. Just so you know, earlier I recorded this before and didn't find out until 35 minutes in that the program had crashed. So I had to go out and cool off before I threw my computer through a window. So I will be checking occasionally just to make sure this is recording. La aspirina y también antibióticos. Los antibióticos. Seguimos. Tenemos que describir los síntomas. Slide 16. Describir los síntomas. We got Wedded Angel Falls. We have to go and describe the symptoms to our doctor. Tengo tos. Estornudo mucho. Tengo fiebre. Estoy agotado. Estoy agotado. I am worn out. Worn out. Right? And of course, if you were to describe these symptoms to anybody right now, they might think you have coronavirus, so don't go around saying this to people. Tengo tos, estornudo mucho, tengo fiebre, estoy agotado. El doctor nos va a decir, slide 17, duermo mucho esta noche, tome 2 aspirinas, compre jugo de naranja. That's misspelled. I apologize for that. Naranja. Evite la lluvia. Oops. Pues aquí estamos notando que duerma. Normally this would be duerme. It would end in an E because that's an IR verb, right? But here we have it's duerma. I wonder what's up with that. Tome. Normally that would be toma because it's an AR verb. Why? Compre would normally be compra. Evite would normally be evita. So we got something weird going on here. We got to figure out what this is. Estos son los mandatos. La forma de usted y la forma de ustedes. que también se conocen como los mandatos formales, the formal commands. So there are two types of commands. There's the tú commands that you would use with a friend, and the formal commands. We're not going to do the tú commands this semester to keep it a little clearer, so we can do something else as well. We're going to do a story instead of the two commands, and you'll do that in 201. But these are used with usted and ustedes. Se usan para mandar, to order somebody to do something. They're also known as commands, as I've said. When you use commands, you don't necessarily have to use a pronoun. Yo, tú, etc. No? So think about this in English. If I am angry at, let's say you guys in class, and you're chatting amongst yourselves, and I come up and I'm like, hey, do your work, right? I might say, do your work. Do your work. That's a command. I'm ordering you to do your work. Or I say, for example, open your books. I don't always have to be angry, right? Open your books. I don't even know why I'm writing this down, but whatever. Open your books. That's another command. So we also have these in Spanish as well. In English, they're a little bit easier. I mean, we're native English speakers, so of course they're going to be easier for us. But in Spanish, they're conjugated a little bit differently, so we're going to take a look at that next. La formación. Vamos a tomar la forma de yo, sacar la o y añadir el opuesto. Por ejemplo, dormir. La forma de yo es duermo. Sacamos la o, tenemos duermo, y vamos a añadir el opuesto. So it's an IR verb, so instead of adding IR, we're going to add A or AN. A if we're speaking to one person, or AN if we're speaking to a group. Right? Muy bien. So tener, let's work through tener. La forma de yo es yo tengo. Yo tengo. Sacamos la o, tenemos teng. We add the opposite ending. It's an ER verb. When I say opposite ending, for IR and ER verbs, the opposite ending will be AR. So I'm just going to write that over here. The opposite ending is AR, and the opposite ending is for the ER verbs. So it will be yo tenga. Not yo tenga, but tenga or tengan. Tomar, we have tomo. Take off the O, we have tom. At the opposite ending, we have tome, tomen. Muy bien. Hay que memorizar. So if a verb is stem changing, like dormir, you have to, and if it changes stem in the yo, it's going to change stem here. It's going to keep that stem changing. A good example would be volver, right? No, I'm not going to use volver because volver changes the same way as that. Let's go, not decir, we're going to go with prefiero. Prefiero, right? I'm going to take off the O and add, it's preferir, IR verb, so we're going to add AR, prefiera. Prefiera. Right? So that stem changing still applies because it changes stem in the yo form. Some verbs are exceptions in the yo form, like tener. Yo tengo becomes tenga. So you have to remember all those verbs that are exceptions in the yo. Another one would be decir, right? Decir becomes digo. Take off the O and add an A. Equals diga. Diga la verdad. Tell the truth. Diga la verdad. Pues hay unas excepciones que hay que memorizar, ¿no? Excepciones son ir, ser y dar. Vaya, sea, de. Y esto es porque en la forma de yo, ir es voy, ser es soy, dar es doy. There's no O at the end to take off of these verbs, right? So they have special forms altogether. You have to memorize this. Ir, vaya, vayan. Ser, sea, sean. Dar, de, den. What are the other verbs that are exceptions in the O? There is estar and saber. Estar, as we know, is yo estoy. There's no O to take off there. Saber, sé. So esté and sepa. Muy bien. Pues lugar de pronombres. This always comes up. Where do we place pronouns, right? So with the positive command, pronoun must be placed at the end, attached to the end. It has to be attached. It can't be put up front. Levántense. Get up. Háganlo. Do it. And actually, the accent should be here. Sorry about that. Véanla. See her. However, with negative commands, the pronoun comes before, always before. No se levantan, don't get up. No lo hagan, don't do it. No la vean, don't see her. So with the positive command, you're going to notice it picks up an accent to maintain pronunciation. I'm not 100% concerned that you guys get the accent thing right now. If you do, great. If you don't, I want to make sure you know that the pronoun has to go on the end. It always has to go on the end. If it's positive, if you're telling somebody to do something, you attach the pronoun to the end. If you're telling them not to do something, it has to go at the beginning. No option in that. Ok, vamos a practicar. Vamos al libro, a la página 263. Ustedes me van a decir si es la forma de usted o ustedes, si es singular o plural. Primero, levántense. Levántense. Eso lo voy a escribir. Levántense. Levántense, right? Is this singular or plural? It's plural. And we know that because we can look here and we have, if we're singular, it would just be E, but it's plural because it's EN. So we know we're telling this to a group of people to get up. Número 2. Abra la boca. Abra la boca. Aquí tenemos abra, right? So if this were plural, this is singular. If it were plural, it would be abran. So it's not abran, so it's gotta be singular. 3. No se preocupen. No se preocupen. Preocupen. So we have the en at the end. We know it's got to be plural. 4. Vayan a la farmacia. Vayan a la farmacia. Vayan. Vayan, we have an N. We know it's got to be plural. 5. No camine sin las muletas. No camine sin las muletas. Here we have camine. Singular, right? Muy bien. Vamos a 9.7. 9.7 en el libro. And I'm going to flip over to my OneNote here because I got it here. So you're going to decide if a doctor would probably tell you this or they would not tell you this. And I want you to fix it. If the doctor is unlikely to give you this advice to you, I want you to fix it. Por ejemplo, we have coma frutas y verduras. Is the doctor likely to tell that to you? Eat fruits and vegetables? Yes, right? So we don't have to fix anything. Oh, sorry about that. Good. And keep going down the list. I want you to pause the video, and I'll be back in a second, and we'll go through them. Muy bien. Número 2. Haga ejercicio una vez al mes. No, the doctor wouldn't tell you to do exercise just once a month. He'd probably tell you to do it more often. So, haga ejercicio más. Muy bien. 3. Duerma 5 horas cada noche. No. Is 5 hours of sleep enough? Por supuesto que no. Duerma 8 horas. Muy bien. Tome vitaminas. Sí, the doctor would probably tell us to take vitamins. 5. Vuelva a verme si no se pone bien. Sí. 6. No venga más a sus chequeos. No. He would probably tell you venga, de venir, a todos sus chequeos. Muy bien. Pues vamos a continuar con... Esto fue 9.7. We're rocking and rolling here. So 9.7, you guys are going to match up paciente with doctor. So as a paciente, you're asking your doctor, ¿puedo pedir sopa de pollo? And what would the doctor likely say? Match it up from that column. And I will let you guys pause the video. Take a stab at it. Muy bien, vamos a continuar. I noticed in the book you guys have A, B, C, D, E, whereas in online, the online textbook, it's 1, 2, 3, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. ¿Puedo pedir sopa de pollo? What makes sense here? What makes sense? We have a whole lot of stuff. So, sopa de pollo. So how can we start looking at it, right? Well, let's take a look. He's telling us, no, don't ask for it. What's the it in this sentence? It in this sentence is sopa de pollo, which is la, right? So we can eliminate everything that's not la. So we're going to eliminate number 6, eliminate 7, eliminate 8, and eliminate 10. That only leaves us with number 9. 9 or D, right? Sí, pídala. Yes, ask for it. Tiene verduras y poca grasa. Muy bien. Número 2. ¿Y los chincharones de pollo? ¿Qué podemos decir aquí? Tenemos los. What's the them in the sentence? Or it. It's los. So what can we eliminate? Well, here we have lo, not that. We have lo, not that. That's already eliminated. This is las, so it's not that. So it's got to be here. Number 8. Los. No los pida. Don't ask for them. Right? 8. Or... C. Número 3. ¿Puedo pedir masas de puerco? Can I ask for pork balls? I guess. Balls, masas are like dough. Masas. So here, what's the it? Masas, which is las. So that's not las. That's not las. These are eliminated here. This is las, right? So it'll be number 10 or E. ¿Puedo pedir masas de puerco? No, no las pida. Son fritas. ¿Y el sorbete de guanábana? Guanábana. Maybe that's like guava. Guanábana. Sorbete de guanábana. Pues, ¿qué es sorbete? ¿Es el o la? I'm pretty sure this is el. El, so if we're going to say that's it, el turns into lo, and the only option we have is number 7. Sí, pídalo. No, pídalo. 7 or B. And I know there's only one option left, but play along with me, right? Y el flan de leche. So tenemos el flan. El is going to be lo. Well, we also... Never mind, just go along with me here, guys. El flan de leche no lo pida, tiene muchos huevos. Esto va a ser E. No. Yes. 6 or A. Y el flan de leche no lo pida, tiene mucho huevo. Muy bien. Pues vamos a continuar. Sorry about that. There was a little bit of confusion there. I got lost a little bit in that one. Vamos a continuar con 9.9 en su libro. Ustedes van a decidir si estos mandatos tienen sentido para estudiantes, para pacientes, o para hijos. Or maybe for more than one, right? So I want you guys to pause the video, go through that, and we'll come back in a second. Muy bien, vamos. I'm going to open up the textbook here. I have it here somewhere. There we go. Saquen la lengua. Saquen la lengua. Here's an interesting one. Saquen la lengua. What verb does that come from? Saquen la lengua with a Q. Saquen la lengua. This comes from sacar, right? So if we go yo saco, we drop the O, and we add the opposite ending, we get sase, right? So remember with the preterite, when we had to change that to QUE to maintain the pronunciation, that applies here too. So if we don't change that to QUE, we have sase, and that's obviously wrong, so it needs to be sake. Okay, let's go back. Saquen la lengua. Pacientes, sí. Estudiantes, would I tell you guys to stick out your tongues? I don't know, maybe. Probably not, though. No. Hijos, depends what kind of parents you have, really. Tal vez. Muy bien. Número dos. Pénense. Pénense. ¿Qué es peinarse? You guys remember what peinarse is? To comb your hair. Pacientes. Maybe if you're like in a mental institution, they could tell you to comb your hair. Estudiantes, I don't really care what y'all's hair look like, to be honest. Hijos, sí, hijos definitivamente. Estudian más si quieren pasar el curso. Pacientes, no. Estudiantes, sí. Hijos, sí. 4. Digan a pacientes, sí. Estudiantes. I don't know. Like, remember when we go through the alphabet in 101? I'm like, so I might tell you to say literally. A, B, C, D, etc. So yeah, estudiantes, sí. Hijos, no creo, ¿no? Lávense las manos frecuentemente. Wash your hands frequently. Right now, everybody would tell you to do that, and everybody is telling you to do that. So we're going to put a check mark on pacientes, estudiantes, y hijos. Vengan a mi oficina si tienen preguntas. Pacientes, sí. Estudiantes, sí. Hijos, no creo. No se duermen durante las clases. Pacientes, no. Estudiantes, sí. Hijos, sí. Toman una pastilla cada 2 horas. Pacientes, sí. Estudiantes, no. Hijos, no me imagino, ¿no? Muy bien, vamos a continuar con 9.10. 9.10. Aquí, ustedes mandan, ¿no? Ustedes van a escribir estos verbos para mandar a los padres y a los profesores a hacer algo. Puede ser afirmativo o negativo, lo que ustedes quieran. Usen la imaginación. Pause your video and we'll come back in a second. Muy bien, hacer. Aquí vamos a tener hagan. I'm just going to go through the forms with you to make sure you know the command forms. Hagan, because we're ordering parents to do it, so a group of people, right? Or profesores, a group of people. Hagan. Decir. Digan. Ir. Vayan. Sentarse. Siéntense. Remember, this is a reflexive verb, so this counts as a pronoun. We have to attach the pronoun to the end, and it's also stem changing. Or if it's negative, no se sienten. Escuchar. Escuchen. Muy bien. And down below, you guys can make up a few things if you would like to as well. Muy bien. Vamos a volver, slide 22. So these are questions from your workbook. You are ready to do 9.4, 9.5, 9.6, 9.7, which is all about the commands. I want you guys to get a good grip around this, because eventually when you do 2 commands, it's going to be, these forms are going to come back up. When you do the subjunctive forms in Spanish, this is how the subjunctive is formed as well. So it's important to get a really good base in this. Down below in the comments, I'm going to leave the link for the video from the Angel Falls, as well as some other links online where you can practice more. And right now on your screen, you should be seeing other videos where other people will teach you how to do the formal commands, just in case you want a different explanation. Y ya es todo. Nos vemos mañana.